Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, yesterday, it was the third time in 3 months' time for Kenyans to experience a power blackout which was prolonged at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, Nairobi. The third time in 3 months' time. That alone tells you that in every month, we have had at least one blackout. And the issue has been about the generator changeover, because it has to automatically pick over once we are experiencing electricity blackout. So when the electricity fails, generator picks up immediately. But it is the third time repeating the same mistake. That changeover should take like 30 seconds, 15 to 30 seconds there. The changeover should happen. I happen to work in a four-star hotel. That's a small hotel. And I used to check on how the operation normally go when we are experiencing power blackout. Even some people cannot realize that there was a power blackout. It is something that just takes like 15 seconds and the change is there. That's just a small hotel. What about JKIA? Such a huge key security institution in this country. Now, my focus is not on the blackout at the JKIA. My focus in this video is mainly on the reckless statement from the CS for Road and Transport, Kipchumba Murkomen, in reaction to power blackout at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. That one has caught me in surprise. I am surprised with that kind of reaction because according to Kipchumba Murkomen, he's alleging that there is a possible act of sabotage and cover-up. But first of all, before we go to Kipchumba Murkomen's reaction, which is our main interest in this video, I want you just to watch the situation, how it was yesterday night at JKIA.
This is JKIA with frequent blackouts. Welcome to Africa. Welcome to Nairobi. Our pride, our international airport. Right? Come say a few words in the blackout.
It's like a disco light. On and off.
For what? Eh? One or departed?
Now we are continuing with this final discussion, but just a quick request. For those who are watching and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our channel subscribers, Amasa, thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, this is what Kipchumba Murkomen said, which is our main topic here. A power outage was experienced in many parts of the country tonight. Changeover to the standby generator ensured power was immediately restored to most parts of JKIA. Regrettably, supply did not immediately resume at Terminal 1A and 1E. In the wake of tonight's incident, I led a team composed of PS Transport Kenya Airports Authority Board Chairman and Managing Director, among other KAA officials, to assess the situation at the airport. As you may be aware, there have been problems with JKIA, which we have been addressing progressively. Sasa hapa hata karibu ataje tu Uhuru Kenyatta, lakini ameogopa. But hiyo ndio anakusudia. Now here is the bombshell. Considering the frequency of the power disruption and taking into account the fact that JKIA is a facility of strategic national importance, we are making a formal request to the National Police Service to investigate possible act of sabotage and cover up. Possible act of sabotage and cover up. I look at this and I ask myself a question. What was that sabotage? What was that? Is it Kenya Power? Is it Ketraco? Is it Kenyan? Or Kenya Airport Authorities? Ni gani? And one of our viewer, my friend, sent me a list of parastatals, a head of parastatals in this country. Just now, when I was recording this video, I just look at that. This is the list here. If you talk about Kenyan CEO, you're talking about Abraham Sereng. If you talk about Kenya Power CEO, you're talking about Joseph Siror. If you talk about Ketraco Company, secretary is Lydia Sitieni. Kenya Port Authority CEO, William Ruto. So if you continue like that, hawa wote ni watu wanaongea lugha moja na Kipchumba Murkomen. How ndio wako in charge? So where is sabotage coming from? And these are appointees of William Ruto. Then the person responsible, you're talking about sabotage, must have been known that, or has been aware that there was going to be a power blackout in the country. So he was aware. That means that there's a person privy to the information from Kenya Power. Hako na habari. Then from there, you can proceed to tamper with the generator so that it will delay in terms of changeover to pick up. Lazima there was communication of such kind. If you're talking about sabotage, this might be a senior person, mtu mkubwa in this government. Otherwise, watu wa kawaida watajuaje ni wajitayarisha kwa. I'm saying so because I know very well that huwa wanafanya servicing ya generator, there is always a test. They test them like weekly. Kama kwa moteli wanafanya hivyo, what about such a key institution like JKIA? They normally do test on every week. And that place is restricted to only people in charge. Is restricted. Only authorized people are the one who can access it. Lakini sio kila mtu. So when you talk about sabotage, it's like telling us that someone just walked into the Kenya Air Force hangar and stole a jet fully loaded with the weapons. That one, you have declared war. Hey, Kipchumba. That one means you have declared war. So we are in state of war. JKIA is a very key institution in this country. And with this alone, Kipchumba already is telling the world that we are not at peace. JKIA is compromised. That the confidence they had with our airport is going to vanish. Remember, they are listening. This statement is reckless. And this regime should know that when they are offering job, they should give jobs to competent Kenyans. Ruto and his boss William Ruto dished job to tribemen. And that is what is putting them in this shape. They should know that. We are in this situation because of what they did. And you can see the list. I have a very long list. They were selective. There are jobs that require both education and experience. So you need experienced people. Why not go for them? Or if you intended to bring your tribesmen from the village to Nairobi, then bring the people who match that job. Duties and responsibility. Bring qualified individuals, not just people because you want to be in those positions. This is also one of the reasons why we are in this mess. That's why roofs are leaking at JKIA. That's why every month we have to experience a power blackout. Waliendea watu wao kwa kijiji. I'm saying so because even in the latest report, it's showing that majority of civil servants are Kalenjin, which are number 3 and tied with the Lugos in population. Then followed will be by Kikuyu and Luyas. But the hierarchy should be Kikuyus, Luyas, then Kalenjin and the Luos should tie. Kambas follow and the rest. Mambo yalibadilika. So because you are firing people who have the experience and you bring in such people with less experience, you end up with this mess. Hapo ndo tuko. Na njia tasema ya kwamba maybe kulikuwa na mzigo wanaingiza ya magendo ama wanatoa mzigo ya magendo. There is something they were bringing to this country or it was leaving. So you definitely just play PR here to tell us all these stories, but you know what you are doing. That's also another possibility. So this government has failed completely. And this one is enough to say that Kipchumba Murkomen is exposing Ruto and the cabinet and their own government. You can't come and tell us that there is sabotage. And he has failed. He should just resign and go. Because now he's bringing in other stories that does not make sense. Even not exposing their own government. We can't buy into that story. No, we cannot. Hiyo ni mambo yao ya ndani. And if they are failing, the people in charge are appointees of William Ruto. He fired someone the other time. This time round, why can't he resign?